Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 8th of May 2024. Now so far as the price of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market is concerned guys, there's not much going on, but I'm pretty much sure the next coming days, the prices and the global cryptocurrency market will definitely see drastic improvements. Now look guys, in the world of politics, there is a massive news and there is a report which has been published by Standard Chartered, and what they've actually said is that President Trump defeating Biden will be good for Bitcoin. Now look guys, so far Standard Chartered is concerned, they have made some wild predictions for the price of Bitcoin and also for the price of Ethereum. So let's see if the predictions turned out to be true. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what is the analyst researcher, that is Jeffrey Kendrick, has said regarding the presidential candidate, and along with that guys, one of the independent candidate, that is Robert Kennedy Jr. He will be appearing at Consensus 2024 as well. So look guys, this begs this question: is Bitcoin apolitical? Now historically guys, I've said this thing so many times, when you talk about politics and Bitcoin, the whole invention of Bitcoin was separation of money and the state, isn't it? Now until we reach separation of money and the state, politics and politicians will have a strong say in the trajectory and direction of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. So I'll go ahead and discuss which side of politics are in favor of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market. At the same time, I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion on what side of politics are in favor of being woke, are in favor of cancel culture, and are definitely against Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And these side of politicians guys, they definitely want central bank digital currency as well. Now regarding cryptocurrency guys, we do have some unfortunate news, and this is to do with a luxury giant called as Cartier, and one of the family members has been indicted, and what the allegations state that he created several shell companies to launder drug trafficking money. So I'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now what is a bit sad guys is Tether USDT has been used for that. Now look guys, I've been saying this so many times, when you talk about cryptocurrency market volume, Tether USDT's volume has definitely been taken off the chart, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. The only thing I'm hoping guys is that these transactions did not take place in 2023, because I very specifically remember guys, Tether USDT's market cap went off the roof in 2023, but the 24-hour volume was ridiculously less. So I was a bit perplexed as to why the market cap was in an incline. So I'll very briefly touch base on that. Now regarding Hong Kong guys, we do have another update. Now look guys, on the 30th of April, Hong Kong Monetary Authority, they went ahead and approved a spot Bitcoin ETF as well as an Ethereum spot ETF as well. Now looks like the Hong Kong Monetary Authority guys, they are getting deep into tokenization as well. And there is a project called as Project Assemble Architecture Community. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. Now I do have this feeling guys, that this particular project is more connected to central bank digital currency, so we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. So these are some macro level news guys from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East that I tend to cover in my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast. Now the first one guys is definitely a massive news, and this is to do with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and crypto option desk called as QCB Capital guys. They have one Abu Dhabi license, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. And the second news guys has to do with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And look guys, since 2023, Saudi Arabia has been making partnership left and right, isn't it? And this partnership guys is between Cognizant and Google Cloud, and they want to go ahead and drive AI innovation in Saudi Arabia. So it looks like this will be another move that will definitely help Saudi Arabia as well as drive the innovation of artificial intelligence, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news guys. So quite a lot of cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media Guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Tough Mudder Arabia, guys, they are putting some really iconic events in the Middle East, and there is one final event of the season that takes place on the 20th of April in the iconic location called as Al Marjan in Ras Al Khaimah. And the final event of the season, guys, is not going to be an ordinary event. They're going to be having some really cool obstacles. And so far as Tough Mudder is concerned, guys, they create hardcore obstacle courses designed to test your all-round strength, stamina and mental grit. And with the most innovative courses and millions of participants around the world, it is the premier challenge series in the world. Now look at Tough Mudder Arabia, they did put out if not one of the biggest events in the world of obstacle course race, and they did that with the highest prize money in the history of obstacle course race. And what better way to end the series by having one final event on the 20th of April in the iconic location. Now look, guys, one of my goals is to complete 100 Tough Mudder, and I'm very close to getting there. Now if you want to go ahead and sign up for this event, the registration link is in the show notes below. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get your friends, get your family members, get your colleagues. The link to the registration for Tough Mudder Arabia on the 20th of April is in the show notes below. And if you go through the link, guys, there is a cool discount code mentioned in the show notes below as well. So hopefully, guys, I see you at the Tough Mudder event. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, Guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now as of now guys, the global cryptocurrency market is at $2.32 trillion. Now since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.22%. Now look guys, at this point of time, I do feel we require a ChatGPT moment in the cryptocurrency world that would actually shake up the entire global cryptocurrency world, isn't it? Now I'm hoping we do not have a Terra Luna collapse or an FTX collapse, something maybe positive that takes the momentum of Bitcoin and the price of cryptocurrencies to completely new heights. Now let's see guys, if there is a new protocol or project does get mainstream adoption. Now so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned guys, it is only at $63.93 billion. Now look guys, I was expecting these numbers to be around the $100 billion range, because last week guys, a lot of the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, they were parked into stable coins, isn't it? And earlier in this week, that is on Monday and Tuesdays, looks like a lot of stable coins were withdrawn and converted into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And that is one of the reasons why the price of Bitcoin pumped up from $57,000 to roughly around $64,000 a few days ago, isn't it? Now so far as the volume is concerned guys, since the last 24 hours it is down by 13.36%. Now regarding Bitcoin guys, when we go ahead and talk about the price of Bitcoin, we do unfortunately have some really stark numbers that actually talks about the exchange inflows that has actually been the lowest since 10 years. Definitely scary information guys. I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now so far as the volume of DeFi is concerned guys, it is at $5.96 billion, and DeFi's volume guys is accounting for only 9.36% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now so far as the total value locked is concerned, at this point of time it is definitely looking good at $92.58 billion. But as and when we get some update guys regarding Ethereum spot ETF, I'm pretty much sure these numbers is definitely going to swing in either direction. So definitely keep an eye on what is going on in the world of Ethereum spot ETF. And I've said this thing so many times guys, the only person to keep a track on is Eric Balkanis via Twitter. So please do one thing guys, follow him on Twitter, and any information regarding Ethereum ETF or any ETF that is connected to cryptocurrencies guys, he's the go-to person. Now so far as the dominance is concerned, Lido's dominance is $28.62 billion. Now decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is relatively consistent, but the percentage has gone down guys, and today it is at 19.54%. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because there is a teeny tiny shake-up guys. Now the first one is Uniswap, and its volume is $1.62 billion. PancakeSwap is at number 2nd, its volume is $610.02 million. Orca is at number 3rd, Its volume is $312.40 million. Now the top 3 cars of volumes are pretty much the same since the last 24 hours, but the number 4th is Dodo, and that has shaked up just a little bit. It is at $221.05 million. The number 5th car today is Radium, and its volume is $221.05 million. Now so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned, guys, it is at $58.30 billion, and stablecoins as of today is accounting for 91.54% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now look, as I'm looking at these numbers via coin market cap, and there is a very high possibilities that these numbers might be slightly different to, let's say, CoinGecko or CoinDesk, because coin market cap, guys, they take quite a lot of cryptocurrencies into consideration. Now later on, guys, I'm going to go ahead and discuss Tether USDT and how that is connected to Cartier's family member and how they use that for laundering illegal funds. Now so far, Tether USDT's volume is concerned, guys, it is at $44.85 billion. FDUSD, guys, is at number 2nd, and its volume is $7.21 billion. And Circle USDC, guys, is at number 3rd, and its volume is $5.41 billion. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now apart from the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, I really am not liking these numbers, to be honest, because look, after the spot Bitcoin ETF did get approved, these numbers should have definitely been more than double of what it is right now. Now so far as the dominance of Bitcoin is concerned, guys, it is definitely looking good at 53.47%, but Ethereum's dominance has actually gone down. It is at 15.59%. This is a bit bizarre, guys, because yesterday in my episode I talked about how the number of Ethereum wallets did actually reach a new milestone. They got roughly around 260,000 new wallets, isn't it? Now look, guys, these wallets does not necessarily mean that the price of Ethereum will be pumping up, but so far as the dominance is concerned, or so far as the transaction volume is concerned, it should have definitely affected in a positive way, isn't it? Looks like that thing has not happened. Now so far as the market cap of Bitcoin is concerned, guys, it is only at $1.22 trillion. Now truth be told, guys, at this point of time I was expecting the market cap of Bitcoin to be around the $1.80 trillion mark, or even the $2 trillion mark, to be honest. Let's wait and see, guys, how this narrative plays out. Now so far as the market cap of Ethereum is concerned, it is at $361 billion. Now look, guys, regarding Ethereum, the key date to keep an eye on is the 23rd of May, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, that date, once we find out if an Ethereum ETF is approved or not, it is significantly going to impact the market cap as well as the price of Ethereum, to be honest. Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $25.53 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $11.55 billion. Now in today's episode, guys, let me very quickly run through the market cap of privacy coins. Now look, guys, I tend to share these numbers once every couple of weeks, but me personally, I tend to look at these numbers probably every second or third day. Now one of the saddest and scariest thing is that of Monero, guys, because when the price of Bitcoin was around the $20,000 mark, Monero's market cap was at $2.30 billion. Fast forward to 8th of May 2024, Bitcoin's price is around the $60,000 to $64,000 mark, but Monero's market cap is exactly the same, so it looks like there is no positive development so far as the market cap of Monero is concerned. It is only at $2.35 billion. Now look, guys, on a technical level, absolutely everyone likes Monero. I am definitely a fan of Monero, guys, because when you talk about privacy, when we talk about self-sovereign identity, Monero is a protocol or project or even cryptocurrency that everyone should definitely understand and follow. Unfortunately, guys, the user adoption is definitely not there, and this is one of the drawbacks of privacy coins, isn't it? Because what a country can do is they can go ahead and put severe restrictions on centralized exchanges to delist privacy coins, and that is exactly that did actually happen in Dubai. Because I very specifically remember in 2016 and 17, you could easily go ahead and buy Monero at cryptocurrency exchanges, but all of a sudden we got email that Monero XRM has been delisted from cryptocurrency exchanges. These are the powers of governments and politicians. They can definitely set the future and trajectory and direction of privacy coins and cryptocurrencies as well. Now so far as the market cap of privacy coin is concerned, guys, Mina is at number 2nd, and its market cap is $937 million. Starknet, guys, is at number 3rd. Its market cap is $911 million. Origin Trail, guys, is at number 4th. Its market cap is $359 million. And finally, guys, at number 5th is Zcash, and its market cap is $340 million. Now look, guys, Zcash market cap of $340 million is absolutely sad and scary, to be honest, because when you talk about privacy, guys, and when you talk about zero knowledge proof, one of the founders of Zcash, he was the guy who actually invented zero knowledge proof. And looking at the market cap of Zcash to be only $340 million, this, to be honest, guys, is absolutely scary. And I very specifically remember, guys, the day Zcash was launched, the market cap of Zcash and even the price of Zcash was almost double of that of Bitcoin. Now granted, that lasted only for 1 week, and this was before the whole Bitcoin hash war and even before the ICO era. So it looks like, guys, when you talk about privacy, there is just a lot of talk, but so far as user adoption is concerned, looks like people are just not using privacy coins. And look, guys, I hate saying this, when you talk about privacy and self-sovereign identity, looks like it is just a marketing tool which is used by CEOs, CTOs and tech founders to go out and get more funding from investors, high net worthy individuals and institutions. Those are my honest thoughts, to be honest. And the same narrative, guys, in my opinion, can be applied, let's say, to decentralized apps or even Web 3.0. And I do have a series of episodes, guys, where I'm challenging tech founders to go out and discuss why Web 3 is not hype. Now, if you're someone who wants to get into that series, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, what I want to do is, guys, I want to go and explore Keynesian economics, because a few weeks ago we talked about Austrian economics and how that merges well with Bitcoin. Now, so far as Keynesian economics is concerned, guys, it is kind of opposite to the principles of Bitcoin, isn't it? So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go ahead and explain Keynesian economics, and let's see what kind of role does it play with Bitcoin or what role it does not play with Bitcoin. And later on, guys, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and compare Austrian economics with Bitcoin. First, guys, let me go ahead and talk about Keynesian economics, and let's touch base and see how it works with Bitcoin, guys. Now, so far as Keynesian economics is concerned, it is named after the British economist John Maynard Keynes, and it is essentially a macroeconomic theory and emphasizes the role of government intervention in managing aggregated demand to achieve full employment and stabilize economic fluctuations. So let me go ahead and touch base on 5 areas, guys. That is government intervention, aggregate demand, role of consumption, short-run focus, and macroeconomic equilibrium. Now, what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, when I'm saying these points, try to compare it with the principles of Bitcoin, because that will give you an idea on how Keynesian economics does not merge with Bitcoin, or some elements do actually merge with Bitcoin. Now, so far as government intervention is concerned, Keynesian economics advocates for active government involvement in the economy, especially during times of recession or depression, and this involvement can take form as fiscal policy, that is government spending and taxation, and also monetary policy, that is control of monetary supply and interest rates. Now, so far as aggregate demand is concerned, guys, Keynesian economics focus on managing aggregate demand, that is the total demand of goods and services in an economy, and they want to do that to ensure stable economic growth, and they argue that fluctuations in aggregate demand can actually lead to unemployment and economic instability. Now, so far as role of consumption is concerned, guys, Keynesians emphasize the role of consumption in driving economic activity. They believe that increasing consumer spending, often through government policies such as tax cuts or direct spending programs, can stimulate demand and boost economic growth. Now, so far short-run focus is concerned, Keynesian economics is primarily concerned with the short-term economic dynamics, as Keynesians believe that in the short term, change in aggregate demand can have significant effects on output and employment levels. Now, so far as macroeconomic equilibrium is concerned, Keynesian analysis often revolve around achieving macroeconomic equilibrium, where aggregate demand equals aggregate supply, leading to full employment and price stability. Now, look, so far as Bitcoin is concerned, you have demand and you have suppliers in it. Now, the supply of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. There is absolutely no chance in hell where the supply can go and increase. And because of the halving, guys, the supply is kind of reducing every 4 years. And that just means, so far as demand is concerned, there's only one way upward movement, isn't it? Now, so far as Keynesian economics and Bitcoin is concerned, guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on 5 areas. That is decentralization, or distributed, how I like to call it. The second one is limited supply. The third one is lack of government control. The fourth one is volatility. And finally, guys, the fifth one is long-term perspective. And then, guys, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and explain how Bitcoin aligns closely with certain principles of Austrian economics. But first, guys, let me go ahead and discuss Bitcoin so far as Keynesian economics is concerned. Now, so far as decentralization is concerned, guys, Bitcoin operates on a distributed or decentralized network, isn't it? meaning it cannot be controlled by any central authority like government or central bank, and transactions are verified and recorded on a public ledger called as the blockchain that we know of, and this is maintained by a network of nodes. Now, so far as limited supply is concerned, unlike fiat currencies, which can be created by central banks, Bitcoin has a predetermined and limited supply, and there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, making it deflationary in nature. Now, so far as lack of government control is concerned, Bitcoin proponents value its independence from government control and intervention. They see it as a hedge against inflation and a store of value that cannot be manipulated by governments or central banks. And so far as volatility is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's price, as we know, is highly volatile, isn't it? This is subject to rapid fluctuation driven by market speculation, investor sentiment, and external factors. Now granted, guys, this volatility makes it less suitable for a medium of exchange or unit of account in everyday transactions, as a medium of exchange or unit of account in everyday transactions. Now, so far as long-term perspective is concerned, Bitcoin advocates often take a long-term view, focusing on its potential as a hedge against inflation, store of value, an alternative to traditional financial system. They argue that its scarcity and decentralized nature gives it intrinsic value over time. So essentially, guys, in summary, Keynesian economics emphasize government intervention to manage aggregate demand and stabilize the economy in the short run, while Bitcoin operates on principles of distributed or decentralization, limited supply, and independence from government control, appealing to those seeking alternatives to traditional monetary system. Now let me go ahead and touch base, guys, on how Bitcoin closely aligns with certain principles of Austrian economics, which is essentially a school of economic thought that emphasizes free market, limited government intervention, sound money, and individual liberty. Now look, guys, on the 30th of April, I do have a standalone episode discussing everything about this, so please feel free to go ahead and check it out. I also got to discuss the whole Bitcoin white paper and quite a lot of other. Now, so far as Bitcoin and Austrian economics is concerned, guys, I'd like to touch base on 6 areas, and some of them, guys, may have overlapped with Keynesian economics when I was reading that, because the first one has to do with decentralization or distributed, how I like to call it. The second one is limited supply. The third one is free market principles. The fourth one is individual sovereignty. The fifth one is spontaneous order. And finally, guys, the sixth one is competition and innovation. So let me go ahead and touch base on these points, guys, because when you talk about decentralization or distributed, Austrian economics advocate for decentralized decision-making and oppose central planning, and Bitcoin's distributed network, operated by a distributed group of nodes, aligns with this principle by removing the need of a centralized authority, such as government or central bank, to control the currency. Now, so far as limited supply is concerned, guys, Austrian economics emphasize the importance of sound money, which includes a limited and predictable supply, and Bitcoin's protocol is designed to have a maximum supply of 21 million coins, making it deflationary and resistant to inflationary pressures caused by central bank policies like quantitative easing. Now, so far as free market principles is concerned, Austrian economics emphasize the importance of free market and voluntary change, and Bitcoin, guys, operates on a peer-to-peer network, allowing individuals to transact directly with each other without intermediaries. This fosters free market dynamics by enabling transactions to occur based on voluntary consent without the need for third-party oversight or control. Now, so far as individual sovereignty is concerned, guys, Austrian economics value individual sovereignty and property rights, and Bitcoin enables individuals to have full control over their funds without relying on banks or even financial institutions. Private keys, guys, which grant ownership of Bitcoins, are securely held by individuals, giving them sovereignty over their wealth, and absolutely no one on the entire planet can go out and break your private key, isn't it? Now, so far as spontaneous order is concerned, Austrian economics believe in the concept of spontaneous order, where complex systems emerge organically from individual actions rather than centralized planning. Bitcoin's network operates according to a set of rules encoded in the protocol, isn't it, allowing for spontaneous emergence of a decentralized monetary system without the need for top-down control. Now, finally, guys, so far as completion and innovation is concerned, Austrian economics emphasizes the importance of competition and innovation in driving economic progress. Bitcoin, guys, operates in a competitive environment with cryptocurrencies, each vying for market share and adoption, and this competition encourages innovation and the development of new features and improvements in the cryptocurrency space. Now, regarding this point, guys, the only drawback I have is that over 90% of the supply is already out, isn't it? And I wouldn't be surprised majority of the chunk is in the hands of multi-billionaires, celebrities, trillion-dollar companies. This, to be honest, guys, is definitely not looking good, considering the fact that when you talk about Bitcoin, it is kind of like people's money, isn't it? But looks like the intention of Satoshi Nakamoto, that is separation of money and the state, the role of the state, guys, has been replaced by multi-billionaires, celebrities, influencers, and trillion-dollar companies. These are my honest thoughts, to be honest. But look, guys, overall, Bitcoin embodies several principles of Austrian economics, including decentralization, limited supply, free market principles, individual sovereignty, spontaneous order, and even competition, and its alignment with these principles, guys, has led many proponents of Austrian economics to view Bitcoin favorably as a potential alternative to traditional fiat currencies and also central banking system. So let me know, guys, whether you agree to it or do you prefer the Keynesian economic style, and that kind of gives an indication on what your political preferences as well as in it. And later on, guys, after we run through the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance BNB coin, we'll go ahead and discuss what is it that Standard Chartered is saying regarding politics. Now, so far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned, guys, right now it is at $62,323. Now, I'm really expecting to see these numbers to change, guys, on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, keep a track on the volume of stable coins, keep a track on the volume of decentralized exchanges, and that would give you a very good indication on what is going on so far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned, and also the other cryptocurrencies. Now, the price of Bitcoin now is $62,323. Since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 1.62%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.98%. Now look, guys, unfortunately regarding Bitcoin, there is some interesting data which has been put up by CryptoCount, and what they actually state that Bitcoin exchange inflows have dropped down to a 10-year low after the price reached $74,000, and Bitcoin exchanges, guys, are seeing the same kind of daily inflows that were more associated with Bitcoin when the price of Bitcoin was under $1,000. This is definitely scary information, isn't it? And according to CryptoCount, guys, April and May of 2024 has seen some of the major lowest daily inflows to major cryptocurrency exchange accounts in the past 10 years. Now look, guys, this just means one thing, that people are not going and buying a lot of the Bitcoin, isn't it? And guys, on April 20th, according to CryptoCount, when Bitcoin and USD dollar was around the same level as at the time of writing, just 8,400 Bitcoin flowed into the exchanges. These are scary numbers, to be honest. Let's see, guys, if funds do actually flow into Bitcoin exchanges. This just means, guys, that people are going ahead and buying a lot of Bitcoin, isn't it? But looks like the month of April and May has not been beneficial for Bitcoin. Now, so far as Ethereum is concerned, guys, the price is $3,012. But since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.94%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.20%. Binance BNB coin, guys, is well below the $600 mark. It is at $578. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.86%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.18%. Now look, guys, when you talk about politics, like it or not, guys, politics and politicians, they do have a very strong say in the trajectory and direction of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? Now what has happened, guys, is Standard Chartered has put up a report that actually states that President Trump defeating Biden is good for Bitcoin. An analyst at British bank Standard Chartered, guys, said that a second Donald Trump presidency could actually be good for Bitcoin. And guys, in a Tuesday note, Standard Chartered digital asset researcher Jeffrey Kendrick said that another Trump administration could not be as strict as Bitcoin as Biden one might be. Now it's really important to note, guys, that the report also states that import tariffs under President Trump would lead to several large reserve managers to be buying Bitcoin in 2025. Now what are your thoughts, guys? I kind of agree to it, because look, guys, when you talk about politics and politicians, right-wing ideologies and right-wing politicians, they're definitely in favor of Bitcoin, they're definitely in favor of open source, they're definitely in favor of freedom of speech as well. And President Trump, guys, has said that the moment he becomes the president of the United States of America, he's definitely going to put an outright ban on central bank digital currency, rightly so as well. But look, guys, left-leaning ideologies, left-leaning principles, and left-leaning regimes such as Biden, they're definitely opposed to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. They're definitely opposed to freedom of speech. They definitely want to go and censor free speech. They're definitely focusing on being woke. And they're definitely massive advocates of central bank digital currency. So these are things you need to factor about. And one of the independent presidential candidate who used to be a Democrat, guys, now is an independent, that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. he has been a massive advocate of Bitcoin as well. Now in the past, guys, he's actually said that so far as Bitcoin is concerned, he'll go to remove the taxation elements as well. But the news, guys, that I want to touch base today is that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will appear on Consensus 2024, and he will be speaking later in the month at Consensus 2024. I believe the crypto conference, guys, is in Austin, Texas, isn't it? So if you're someone who's attending it, you definitely need to pay attention to what he's saying. Now, guys, let's discuss some scary news, and this is to do with luxury retail company that is Cartier. And Maximilien de Hoop Cartier, guys, a descendant of the family famous for the French luxury goods Cartier, has been indicted for his participation in a network that allegedly used several shell companies to launder drug trafficking money proceeds using Tether USDT. Now look, guys, this begs this question: will Tether USDT go ahead and freeze the account? Because look, Tether USDT has the power to do that, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see if Tether USDT has already frozen their accounts. Now regarding this news, guys, Cartier and 5 Colombian individuals have allegedly conspired to directly laundering $14.5 million, and they use shell companies to launder hundreds of millions of dollars for unnamed third parties. Now this news, guys, is published via bitcoin.com, and it is in the show notes below. Now it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if Tether USDT goes ahead and decides to freeze these accounts. Now, guys, let's discuss some news all the way from Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, guys, is spearheading collaboration with industry stakeholders to explore asset tokenization, and through the newly announced project, that is Project Assemble Architecture Community, that is comprised of industry representatives and regulators, the HKMA, that is Hong Kong Monetary Authority, guys, they aim to develop tokenization standards and supervise tokenization projects in Hong Kong. This, to be honest, guys, I definitely do think will be an absolutely massive deal in the next 3 to 5 years, in my honest opinion. And this initiative, guys, focuses on fostering interoperability among wholesale and central bank digital currencies, also called as WCBDCs, and this will facilitate seamless interbank settlement of tokenized deposits for asset transactions. Now, the regulators, guys, involved in Hong Kong Monetary Authority include Hong Kong Securities and Future Commission, the Bank of International Settlement Innovation Hub, Hong Kong Center, and the CBDC Expert Group. Now there is also a private sector, guys, and listen to this, guys. The private sector is represented by 7 members, including Bank of China Hong Kong, Hang Seng Bank, HSBC, Standard Chartered Hong Kong, Hashkey Group, and Digital Technologies, and Microsoft Hong Kong. Now look, guys, I do envision 3 to 5 years down the line, this tokenization will be an absolutely massive deal, and together, guys, these companies and authorities are expected to design and launch Project Assemble Sandbox, which is targeted to be launched around mid of 2024, and they want to facilitate further research and testing of tokenization use cases. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, if you're someone who's an advocate of tokenization, or even if you're relatively new into the space, definitely look at tokenization. And I can think of 2 case studies, guys, you may want to do more research. One is the Tether USDT launching security token offering. That was when the whole bank decided to go ahead and seize their funds and not go ahead and give their funds. So what the issuers of Tether USDT, that is Bitfinex, did, they went and launched security token offering. So definitely go ahead and do more research on this. And the second one, guys, go to Securitas website. You will get loads of information regarding tokenization. Now look, guys, these are some macro level news from cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And the first one, guys, is an absolute massive one, and this is to do with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And the news essentially is that crypto option desk UCB Capital, they have an Abu Dhabi license. So let me go ahead and give out more information, because now, guys, they will offer regulated digital asset activities in the region, and QCB Capital, guys, is a leading cryptocurrency option trading platform. And this approval, guys, enables them to expand their operations in Abu Dhabi, and the digital asset option trading desk has received in principle approval from Abu Dhabi Global Market, and QCB Capital, guys, now becomes the first Singaporean-based crypto market maker and broker to receive preliminary approval in the region. And the firm, guys, amassed $60 billion in crypto derivative trading volume during 2023, and nearly 70 employees, guys, will be relocated to Abu Dhabi after regulatory approval. And Melvin Deng, the CEO of QCB, guys, states that Abu Dhabi has progressive regulators who are considering digital asset as a complete ecosystem alongside traditional finance, and QCB's approval signifies a significant step in the region's crypto market expansion, and they will contribute to shaping the regulatory landscape for digital asset in Abu Dhabi. And QCB's presence, guys, in Abu Dhabi highlights the growing importance of the region in the global market, so definitely positive news. And look, as the regulatory approval reflects Abu Dhabi Global Markets' commitment to fostering innovation in the financial sector, isn't it? And QCB's operation in Abu Dhabi will enhance accessibility to digital asset trading services in the region, and the move underscores Abu Dhabi's position as a hub for digital asset investment and innovation, and QCB's expertise in crypto options trading will contribute to development of Abu Dhabi's financial ecosystem. Now look, as the approval paves the way for further collaboration between QCB and Abu Dhabi's financial authorities, and QCB's expansion in Abu Dhabi aligns with region's vision for becoming a leading destination for digital asset investment and trading. So definitely positive news. Now look, so far as Dubai and Abu Dhabi is concerned, they're definitely taking leaps and bounds in the digital space, isn't it? Now so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, guys, Saudi Arabia has been making quite a lot of partnership, and that is the second news, guys. And the news essentially is that Cognizant and Google Cloud, they want to drive AI innovation in Saudi Arabia. So let me go ahead and break down this news, guys, because they have formed a strategic partnership and they aim to accelerate the adoption of cutting-edge technologies in the region, and the focus area will include generative AI, data modernization, and application migration. And Google Cloud's Gemini platform, guys, will power generative AI excellence. Now look, as me personally, I tried Google Cloud's Gemini Advanced. I did not like it, to be honest. I do prefer ChatGPT 4. It is much more faster in my opinion, and the information that it gives out is kind of more relevant. Now so far as this news is concerned, guys, the collaboration between Cognizant and Google Cloud will empower developers, data scientists, and IT professionals, and Cognizant, guys, will leverage expertise in data modernization for Saudi enterprises, and the joint effort will unlock the value of data analytics and drive innovation. And Cognizant, guys, commits significant investment in the kingdom, and a dedicated team will provide tailored solutions, training, and support, and the collaboration will mark an exciting milestone in the long-term relationship. They will target transformative outcomes for clients in various industries, particularly focused on travel, hospitality, finance, and public sectors. And Google Cloud, guys, aims to tailor efforts for Middle East market needs, and the objective is to unlock the transformative potential for AI for businesses, and they want to focus on enhancing operational efficiency and consumer experiences. Now the partnership, guys, is led by Badr Al-Mahdi from Google Cloud and Tariq Zag-Aloin from Cognizant Saudi Arabia. And the collaboration, guys, will build on Cognizant's proven track record of delivering transformative outcomes worldwide. And additional initiatives will include the launch of Google Innovation Centers and Cognizant's Google Cloud AI University. So definitely positive news, isn't it? So those were the news, guys, from cryptocurrency, blockchain, and AI world, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys like listening to the episode, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, you can also go to my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It has loads of information regarding Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, artificial intelligence, even central bank digital currency. Now, guys, so the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Sam who asks, do you anticipate something different to happen in the cryptocurrency world in the next few days? Now this is a very general question, Sam, to be honest. Now when you talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, or AI world, absolutely anything can happen at any point of time. No one expected Terra Luna to collapse all of a sudden, but to answer your questions for the next few days, I do feel some positive movements so far as the price of cryptocurrency is concerned. Now look, one of the biggest dangers in the cryptocurrency world is that of regulations, and I did see an interview where Gary Gensler was actually blaming the cryptocurrency world as to why they're going after them. Now part of me does actually agree to it, and a part of me does not agree to him as well. So look, when you ask a general question, I do feel, at least for this particular week, I don't see much going on. Maybe, we might be seeing more inflows going into the cryptocurrency and blockchain world, and that is, to be honest, just my gut feeling. But look, whenever the price tends to go high, Sam, we often tend to find out some notorious characters or some notorious activity. What if we do find out that the entire Tether USDT completely blows up? That'll be absolutely devastating, isn't it? Now Tether at this point of time is way too big to fail, And based on the podcast that I'm listening to, I'm kind of 50% liking what the CEO is saying. The other 50% still questions what the auditing firm is doing. But apart from that, Sam, so far as altcoin is concerned, I'm hoping we do not find out any notorious activities or some massive allegations and the entire project collapses. Now, at this point of time, we do not have any major projects as such that is actually dominating the market. Was when Terra Luna was actually picking up pace, there was a lot of activity going on in Terra Luna that was kind of connected directly and indirectly to FTX as well. This time we don't have such a thing. Now granted, Solana is facing some issues, and if you look at Solana's market cap, it has been on an incline. But let's say if Solana were to go belly up, the effect will definitely be there. But what I'm worried is, let's say, the cascading effect. But I'm pretty much sure it's not going to be as bad as, let's say, FTX or even Terra Luna, to be honest. But look, in the cryptocurrency world, Sam, absolutely anything is possible. I'm hoping we do not find out any negative outcomes as such. What if Joe Biden, without his senses, goes ahead and tweets or goes ahead and passes a law that now, because of the left-leaning regime being in charge, they no longer want Bitcoin? Knowing the notorious history of extreme wingers, I do feel that thing could be possible as well. But I'm hoping that thing does not happen, because look, some of the Democrats are also liking the benefits of Bitcoin. But in the cryptocurrency world, with an extreme left-leaning regime in charge, anything is possible, isn't it? Now, that is one of the reasons why, Sam, when we talk about Bitcoin, the whole promise was separation of money and the state. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually takes a couple of decades. So far as money is concerned, Bitcoin might just prove out to be successful in creating separation of money and the state. But other than that, I don't see much going on. But what I do feel, Sam, is, let's say 3 to 5 years down the line, I do feel tokenization will be an absolutely massive thing. Now, what I'm going to be doing next week is I'm going to be covering tokenization related topics every day, because what I've been doing since the past few months, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, before I go ahead and touch base on the price of Bitcoin, Binance, and Ethereum, I tend to go ahead and explore some technical concepts, isn't it? So next week I'll go ahead and touch base on some technical concepts regarding tokenization. But other than that, what I'd really recommend, Sam, you to do is, and even for our listeners, keep a track on what is going on so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned. Try to then look at the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges, and that would give you some indication on which direction the price of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market is heading towards. Those are my honest thoughts. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestion, mention them in the comments below. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, listen, go to my website www.blockchaindxb.com. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8. And in the Crypto and Coffee at 8 series, guys, we tend to look at the price of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the global cryptocurrency market. Lately, we've been covering artificial intelligence news as well as it, and we also look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from cryptocurrency, blockchain, and AI world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.